It's December 21st, 2017, 6 p.m. I'm looking at 1 minute chart right now and I have to determine which position I'm going to take. This is where I traded yesterday and I made myself $763 by trading 1 Bitcoin on 1 minute chart. And now I want to choose myself another position, and I'm looking into catch a trend here. So I see that the market's going up, so I'm buying. However, market's going up, but it looks like it was going down for the last couple of hours. Obviously, it's best to try and catch on to these long trend lines, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to catch things like that right there. I still don't have experience doing that, because normally I just change my position, as you've seen previously, when I'm incurring a little bit of a loss, or if the trend just changes into an opposite direction, which only lasts for like 5 or 10 minutes. However, that's like a reasonable trend to me, but in the grand scheme of things, this won't earn me $1,000. As you can see here, from 246 it goes down to 551. That I'm talking about time. So in just a few hours it goes down from 16,800 to 15,300. Now that is a lot of money, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. These are the kind of trends that I should try and get myself into. Now a question is, when exactly am I on the opposite trend? When exactly is the time I need to change it? For example, right now, as you can see, it looks like I'm in the wrong spot here. It's going against me, and it's going against me heavy. It's minus 120, and it may continue be so. Should I hope that the market's gonna go up, or should I hope that the trend continues? When it is the right time, knowing I could kind of sell this position right now, right there, short it, and I would say that, hey, I just want to catch the top right here. So I assume that from here it continues going down even further. However, I personally do not believe into that, because it shouldn't go more than $1,000. It goes $1,000 short, it goes $1,000 long. That's the way it works right now. And it's just another correction. It moves down just so that it could move a little bit upwards. However, in here, I guess there has to be a trend where it starts to move upwards. And that difference is that 1 hour right here. So we can see that for the last few hours it's going down by a few $100, but it was moving up quite a bit. So for example, 4 o'clock 16 at 16th hour, it was moving quite a bit. very volatile. Good. And that's what I'm looking for. So now it looks like once again I'm in the opposite trend now. Now here it went quite down. 16,700, 15,350. It looks like I'm still shorting this. Let's look at other graphs. And it looks like on the 4-hour chart the market is going down too. So for the last 12 hours it's going down. Well, for the last 8 hours, as you can see, we just jumped into this new bar, new candle, and just before going up it bounced back, and we see it going down. So in the grand scheme of things, the market is losing it. But how much? In the last 8 hours it went from 17,100 to 15,300. So that's 1,800, which isn't that bad, even if you just shorted it and waited. Obviously, if somebody got into that trade when they shorted it and just waited it, it made us still a lot of money. But somebody who played this through, like right there, it's made the most, obviously. Yeah, as you can see, it did not stop going down all the way. And in here it's bouncing back. So I'm in the minus now. I suspect that at any point in time from here it should go back. But I don't know. Right there. That's how we have it. That was a very, very volatile movement there, especially in here too. And that's probably exactly what's happening now. It's going down, and it should certainly go up, no doubts about that, especially after these kind of jumps, because otherwise that means Bitcoin is being destroyed. And as you can see, this is a really heavy way down. I'm still shorting this position. Hoping that it will go even further down. But I've chosen it solely because a couple of candles were going down. I just kind of try to get on the better side of the trend in the first few minutes of its start, so I'm just looking for the best tops, up or down. Best tops or bottoms, that's probably the best way to say it. But now, yeah, it's undoubtedly, there's absolutely no doubt that this should go up, at least at least like $500 up, and this is where I should be making my money. Now the question is it the right time to buy right now? Should I buy right now, expect it to go down additional $200 and eventually reach a high of 500 and in turn make that difference? Or should I expect it to go down even further by 500, which would be quite unlikely but not entirely uncommon, right? As I can see, there were these kind of things going on. For example, went from 7,800 to 5,600 a couple of days here. But in the last near future, didn't do it. We see these massive candles going down, so like that's like $1,000, thousand, and otherwise it was always climbing, you know, to that 20,000 mark with some resistance here and somewhere out here we should see the support, where I'm talking about the short term, where in the short term we see that correction, that green bar that always needs to be here, that the market's kind of going up, and that's it. So in here I see that I'm kind of losing it here, but I still hope that it's going to move upwards. I mean, I still hope that it's gonna go downwards. 200 is relatively a lot, but I haven't traded this long enough to actually say if that's a lot or not. But there has to be a bottom somewhere out there. It must bottom out. Now, it moves up quite a bit. And in this case, I was absolutely wrong by holding it. However, if I sell it now, it could be too late to buy it, but because I see that I consistently lose money, I'll take this loss of 245 and I'm going to buy it. This could be a late buy because there were quite a few candles that went up, and there is a sort of a sense of how much it can go up before it's going down, and it normally does not go too much down in a row before it changes its direction, at least for a little bit. And now, as you can see, everything I made in the last couple of hours is just being wiped out in 15 minutes. And that's what this trading is like famous for, is that you can make or lose in a matter of like minutes, everything, or at least thousands. Depends like what kind of leverage is being used. And this time I'm right. I'm making the money, maybe by being spontaneous. This time I was right. You know, I have to kind of figure it out. Should I buy or sell for a relative long term, or should I buy and sell for short term? In this case, I'm doing this for short term in order for me to get on the right track. So, for example, I bought it and I never really go into the minus. This is where I know that I'm on a trend, right? This is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for this opportunity where I see that I'm not losing money anymore, and I know I'm going to make a few hundred or 1,000 or so, because so far it's moving the most at 1,000 to one direction and 1,000 or so to the other, and that difference is the key. So this is like that minute chart right here. So basically in here, I guess I'm trying to look for that main direction, which is the money. Obviously Bitcoin is so volatile that making a lot of money on it by trading an hourly chart is more than enough. As you can see, it moves by thousands in a few hours. Right here. From 18,400 to 16,000 matter of hours, and catching up with these is important. So what can I say? There must be a strike upwards, and I'm trying to get on with it. However, it's already changing the direction here, so I, as you remember, said it wouldn't be too late. It looks like it was too late in this case, but it's unpredictable. The market is absolutely unpredictable, and it could change its direction at any point in time. So far, slowly but surely, it was going down, but not all the time. Yes, it looks like that's obvious that it's going to go down, but it's still unclear if overall trend is going to stay upwards or downwards. It could be that right now it looks like the stock will turn south, but in reality it's just going to start moving upwards in the long term. Now, as you can see, I changed the position, and once again the market is opening and moving into the opposing side. So I'm not making any money on these really short movements, unfortunately. However, I'm not aware really where the market's gonna be a few hours from now. I kind of expected that it's gonna move up, I probably don't even have any doubts about it, because that's how it should move. This is what I would expect. But it's hard to say. As you can see, every time it moved sharply down, it definitely moved quite a bit up. I should probably make a series of positions, so I should probably come up with something like a long-term position too. And that's pretty much a position where I would guess the main direction, and at the same time I would be trading 1 minute. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna go into 1 hour chart, and I say that the market needs to rebound, and I'm going to buy probably two Bitcoins. This should be an indication that I am guessing the major trend. However, it looks like my position never really taken place. And it didn't show me that buy in a different order, unfortunately. I would like to see in a different order. Create new order, just like that. Buy me 2 Bitcoins. Oh no, it's just putting it all back on, unfortunately. In any case, I just bought 5 Bitcoins. That is a large portion of my current capital that I'm holding. That means the profit and loss will be moving very sharply. At least I'm making money right now. It looks like the only thing I can do is I can only close my entire position. This means I cannot make 2 trades on the same price simultaneously while having 2 different orders. There can only be 1 order. Okay, oh look at that, this almost killed me right here. In just a second, hundreds of and profit can just be wiped out like that. Alright. As you can see, it looks like the trend is in fact going upwards. And if this position right here would have stayed, I would be in a relatively high profit right now. But it certainly didn't work out because I'm trying to save each and every penny. And I'm not holding onto positions at all. So I'm buying on, and I'm hoping that the market's going to move upwards. I will still trade 1 minute, but I would like to make myself different position at the same time. You see, if I trade 1 hour, I won't have much to do. But if I trade 1 minute, at least there's going to be some kind of an action. So when I was first talking about the market reaching its like 16,000 or so, I just had to stay with this, but I didn't because I'm trading this 1 minute chart, and it's not working out. Let's see. Are there any kind of a very similar ones? It looks like there are. So what can I say? There are 2 different exchanges, Bitstamp and Bitfinex. In fact, there is even a Coinbase out here, right here. So these are 3 exchanges that currently can be viewed on tradingview.com, and we can see that the movements out there are different. Quite different indeed. So one thing to note, we were previously looking at Bitstamp. So let's find out which cryptocurrency exchange is the biggest. Exchange to use, for example. Coinbase, backed by trusted investors and used by millions of customers globally. Coinbase is one of the most popular and well-known brokers and trading platforms in the world. Founded in 2011, Kraken is the largest Bitcoin exchange in euro volume and liquidity, and is partner in the first cryptocurrency bank. What is a cryptocurrency exchange? So there's Coinbase, Kraken. We haven't looked at Kraken because there's no way for us to do it. Unfortunately, I can't get anything. I'm just going to guess. I'll just write whatever, any email here, so that this advertisement will disappear. As you can see, this advertisement has got me out of the website there. Shapeshift, Polonix. There's quite a few exchanges. So that's the Bitstamp we were trading recently. Bitstamp is a European Union-based Bitcoin marketplace founded in 2011. The platform is one of the first-generation Bitcoin exchanges that has built up a loyal customer base. Bitstamp is well known and trusted throughout the Bitcoin community as a safe platform. It offers advanced security features such as two-step authentication, multi-signing technology for its wallet, and fully insured cold storage. Bitstamp has 24-hour, 7-day support and multilingual user interface, and getting started is relatively easy. After opening a free account and making a deposit, users can start trading immediately. Check out Bitstamp FAQ and fee schedule. Also, good reputation, high-level security, not beginner-friendly, limited payment methods, high deposit fees, user interface. There's quite a few of these exchanges here. So at least we know that Bitstamp